Hi, I'm Lara, and we'll be doing a Vinyasa flow class today. And before we start, I just wanted to also let you know we started doing live stream classes, which you can sign up for through our Mind Body site, through our website, yogabliss-studio.com. So if you want to join those, you can come check them out. Today, if your hamstrings are on the tighter side, you might like to have a couple of blocks or similar shaped prop to help you for extension. And we'll get started today on our backs. And you choose your most comfortable position on your back. You can lay down flat, you can have your feet planted, you can extend your legs out straight, just whatever is comfortable and grounding for your body. Feel free to let your eyes gently relax, close, let your face soften. Just take a few rounds of deep breaths here, taking a big full breath in through the nose and through the mouth, sighing it out loud. And again, full breath in. And through the mouth, let it go. One more full breath in through the nose. And sigh it out through the mouth, let it go. And start to take your breaths in through the nose and out through the nose, creating the Ujjayi breath, the victorious breath, steady, full breaths traveling in and out. And if you'd like to invite in an intention for your practice, you can take a moment to set one, any positive thought for yourself or for anyone else who might need it. And staying on your back, just start to gently bend your knees up, plant your feet down onto the earth, and extend your right leg up to the sky, flex your foot, toes are pulling back. And you can take your hands behind the back of the thigh, or if you're more flexible, maybe reaching the hands around the calf or closer towards the ankle. Keep your right foot flexed and keep drawing your right hip down towards the bottom of your mat so your hips stay about at the same level. And feel the back of the leg opening up. If you can reach it, maybe take your peace fingers around the big toe and use that grip to help draw your leg in. And steady breaths, relax the shoulders. Just take one more inhale here, drawing energy out through the heel. And then as you exhale, rebend your right knee, set it down onto the earth. And extend your left leg up towards the sky, flex through the foot, straighten the leg, and take your grip, hands behind the thigh, around the calf, closer to the ankle, or maybe second and third fingers on your left hand around the left big toe, drawing in. And again, trying to keep your hips level, so feel the left hip drawing down towards the bottom of our space. And steady breaths, keeping the shoulders, head and neck relaxed, and feel the stretch, feel the opening to the backs of the legs. Take one more inhale breath here, pressing energy out of the heel. And then as you exhale, rebend the knee, plant your foot back down onto the mat. And then bring your hands behind your knees as you draw the knees in towards the chest and start to rock forward and back a few times, lengthwise along the spine. We're going to see if you can use this momentum to rock all the way up to a forward fold. Use your hands if you need to, folding in. And rise up halfway, flat spine, drawing the heart forward. Exhale and deep fold back down. And two more times with the breath. Inhaling heart forward, lengthening through the spine. Exhale, folding in. One more with the breath. Heart forward, inhale. Exhale, deep fold. And then inhale, rise all the way up to standing, sweeping your arms up, touching your palms overhead at the top of the breath. And exhaling, bring your hands to the heart space. Inhale, sweeping the arms up. And with your exhale, hinge at the hips, fold forward. Rise up halfway, and as you exhale, fold, balance on your right foot, and extend your left leg right straight back, flexing through the foot. Pull the heart forward, take one more inhale breath here. Then as you exhale, bend your right knee and just take a big step back with the ball of the left foot. As you inhale, pull the energy of the heart forward, and then exhale, bend your left knee, set it down to the mat, point your left toes back. Inhale, rising up to reaching up through the fingertips into Anjaneyasana. Into this back bend shape, soften the shoulders away from the ears, lengthen through the sides of the waist as the core hugs in. Take one more inhale breath, maybe touching the palms overhead. And then as you exhale, fingertips down, shift your hips back, half splits, Ardha Hanuman. So this is where you might like to use blocks underneath the fingertips. Rebend into the knee. Inhale, sweep the arms up and open through the elbows, open through the chest. Inhale, reach your arms back up towards the sky. Exhale, fingertips down, shift your hips back and straighten through the right leg. And rebend the knee. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Inhale. Exhale, open through the elbows, widen across the chest. Inhale, arms reach back up. And exhale, fingertips down, shift your hips back, straightening through the right leg, flexing through the foot. And steady breaths here. We'll hold into this stretch. Feel the length through the spine. Feel the shoulders drawing away from the ears, down the back. And start to rebend into the front knee. Take your fingertips a little bit forward of your right foot. Tuck your back toes under, and we'll press up to a standing split just for a moment, both legs straight. Exhale, feet together at the top. Rise up halfway, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, fold back down, Uttanasana. Rise all the way up to standing, sweeping your arms up, touching palms overhead at the top of the breath. And exhale, hands to the heart space. Inhale, sweeping your arms up. Exhale, fold it forward. Rise up halfway. Keep your spine lengthening forward. You can say hi to the fingertips or maybe even use your blocks here. Extend your right leg back. Flex through your foot and try to keep your hips about at the same level. And steady breaths, feeling extension. Take one more inhale breath. Exhale, bend your left knee. Take a big step back with the ball of the left foot. Gently lower your right knee down. Point your right toes back. Rise to your low crescent. Lifting up through the arms, through the chest, through the fingertips. The core is hugging in. Feel the length all the way up through the spine. One more inhale. Option to touch your palms and gaze up. And then exhale, fingertips down. Shift your hips back. Straightening through the left leg. Toes pull back. And again, you can use blocks here underneath the hands if needed. Rebend into the knee. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, open through the elbows, widen across the chest. Inhale, reach your arms back up towards the sky. Exhale, fingertips down, shift your hips back. Half splits. One more time, rebend into the knee, sweep your arms up. Exhale, open through the elbows, widen across the chest. Inhale, reach your arms back up towards the sky, fingertips down, shift your hips back and fold into your half splits. Flex through your left foot. Go for that length through the spine. Shoulders softly resting down the back. And steady full breaths in and out. And start to rebend into your left knee. Shift your fingertips a little bit forward of the left foot. Pick up the back foot into a standing split, folding your chest forward over your left leg, both legs straight and strong. Feet together at the top. Rise up halfway. Exhale, fold it back down. Rise all the way up to standing, sweeping your arms up, touching palms overhead at the top of the breath. Exhale, hands to the heart space. Inhale, sweeping the arms up. Exhale and fold it forward. Rise up halfway. Exhale and fold. Bend your knees and then step your feet back one at a time into your plank position. Keep your shoulders aligned over the wrists, spreading through the fingers, pressing into the palms. Core hugging in. Find the straight line of energy. Press into the feet so you can shift your shoulders forward beyond the wrists. Keep your elbows hugging in as you slowly lower all the way down in one piece. Toes point back. Rise to cobra with your inhale breath. Press the tops of the feet down and then take your fingers lightly behind the head and keep your gaze down so the back of the neck stays long. Take one more inhale here and then set your forehead down onto the ground. Keep your elbows lifting up and open up to the sides. Feel the shoulders working. Keep pressing into the feet. Then on your inhale, lift the chest up. Keep the gaze down. Gently release back down. Two more. Inhale, lifting. Gently release. One more time. Elbows wide. Inhale, lifting up. And gently release. Hands by your chest. Your choice. Back to cobra or even upward dog if you're ready. You can press the arms straight. Float the legs off the mat. Exhale, lift the hips all the way up and back to your downward dog. Inhale to lift the heels high. Bend the knees, looking forward, walk, step, or float the feet up to the hands. Inhale brings you up halfway. Exhale, fold it back down. And rise to stand, sweeping your arms up, touching palms overhead at the top. Exhale, hands to heart space. Surya A, nice and fluid. 3 times, moving with breath. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, fold it forward. Rise up halfway. Exhale, step it back. Option to float it back, lower chaturanga. Toes point back. Inhale to lift up to your back bend. And exhale, lift the hips all the way up and back into your downward dog. Steady breaths. In through the nose and out through the nose as you find that grounding through the hands and feet, lengthening through the spine. And walk, step, or float the feet up to the hands. Rise up halfway. Exhale and deep fold back down. Then rise all the way to stand, sweeping arms up, touching palms overhead at the top. Exhale, hands to heart space. 2 more rounds. Inhale, sweeping the arms up. Exhale, folding forward. Rise up halfway. Exhale, step it back or float it back. Lower through. Inhale to press up to your back bend. And exhale, lift the hips all the way up and back, downward dog. Before we get too far into our practice, just remember that vinyasas are always optional. They should support your practice. If it's too much, you can always skip them and go straight into downward dog. Walk, step, or float your feet up to your hands. Inhale, lift the spine up halfway. Exhale, deep fold. And rise all the way to standing, sweeping arms up, touching palms overhead at the top. Exhale, hands to heart. 1 more with the breath, sweeping the arms up. Inhale to lift. Exhale and fold it forward. Rise up halfway. Exhale, step it back or float it back. Lower slow. Press the earth away to inhale and lift. Exhale, lifting the hips all the way up and back into your downward dog. We'll cut this round short, just pausing in our downward dog. Take an inhale breath through the nose. And side out through the mouth, let it all go. Take your right leg up and back, 3-legged downward dog. Feel that stretch back through the heel. And shift forward, right knee to your right shoulder, tricep, shifting the shoulders over the wrist. Inhale, extend it back. Crossing over to the outside of the left arm, shoulders over your wrist. Inhale, extend it back. Knee to chest, step your foot all the way through between your palms. Keep your feet about hip distance apart. Rise up to your high crescent, sweeping up through the arms, through the chest. Exhale, open through the elbows, open through the heart space. Inhale, arms reach back up. And then take your fingertips down to the ground or to blocks. Shift your hips back as you press this right leg straight. Foot can stay flat on the mat, or you might be able to peel the toes back. Deep stretch to the back of the leg. You can keep your left heel lifted. If you're really open in the hamstrings, maybe you set the heel down. And rebend into your right knee. Lifting up to your high crescent. Exhale, open through the elbows, open up through the heart. Inhale, reach your arms back up. Exhale, fingertips down. Straighten your right leg, shift the hips back into that hamstring stretch. And 1 more with the breath. Rebend into the knee. Sweep the arms up. Exhale, open through the elbows. Inhale, reach your arms back up towards the sky. Fingertips down, straighten your right leg, shift the hips up and back. Deep stretch. Inhale, just pulling the heart forward. And as you exhale, take a big step forward into a forward fold. Fold your chest in, rise up halfway. Exhale and deep fold back down. Plant your palms, step it back to plank, or you can hop it back, chaturanga, lowering slow with control. Toes point back as you press the earth away to lift through the heart space. Exhale, lift the hips all the way up and back, downward dog. Inhale, the left leg up and back. Left knee comes to the left shoulder, tricep. Inhale, extend it back. Cross it over to the outside of the right. Inhale, extend it back. Knee to chest, knee to nose. Step your foot all the way through between your palms. Rise up on your inhale, high crescent, sweeping up through the arms, through the chest. Exhale, open through the elbows, widen across the heart space. Inhale, reach your arms back up. Then exhale, fingertips down to the ground or blocks. Shift your hips back, straightening through the left leg. And again, just play with which option works best for you. You can flex the left foot. You can keep your back heel lifted or set it down, knock your chest in. And turning it into that flow, rebend into the left knee. Rise up to your high crescent. Exhale, open through the elbows. Inhale, reach your arms back up. Exhale, fingertips down as you shift your hips back, straighten through the left leg, fold in. And 1 more, bending into the knee, sweeping up through the arms, through the chest. Exhale, open through the elbows. Inhale, reach your arms back up towards the sky. Fingertips down, shift your hips back and straight through the left leg, melting in. Take 1 more inhale, lengthen the heart forward. Exhale, big step forward, folding in. Rise up halfway. And as you exhale, just take a deep fold. Take your hands around the ankles, calves, or even holding your elbows behind the knees. Use the grip of the arms around the legs to help you pull deeper into this forward fold. Relax the head and neck. Bring the fingertips back down towards the earth. Rise up halfway. Exhale and fold and into chair pose, Utkatasana. Bend your knees. Sweep your arms up, sitting down low. Relax the shoulders away from the ears. From here, we're going to slowly come all the way down onto our bottoms. Use your hands at any time you need that extra bit of support. Walk your feet a little bit forward so you can slowly roll down the spine. Head and neck touch down. Take your fingertips behind your head and keep your elbows open out wide. Create this 90-degree angle in your knees, bending your knees right above your hips and also flexing the feet. So you have that energy there activating into the toes. All the way from the tops of the legs to the bottoms of the feet are all activated. Take an inhale here. As you exhale, crunch your chest up, keeping your elbows wide. Feel your belly pull in. Inhale, lower your head back down. 4 more, crunching up. Inhale, crunch up. Inhale to lower. Exhale to crunch. 2. And 1 more, crunching up. Lower your head back down. Keep your right knee just as it is and extend your left leg out, flexing through the foot. Take an inhale here. And then crunch, maybe touching your left elbow towards the right knee. And lower it back down. 5 more. Crossing over. Then gently lower. 3. Lower it down. 2. And 1. And lower it back down. We're going to switch sides of the leg. So left knee is bent right over the hip. Extend your right leg all the way out straight. Take an inhale breath. And exhale, crunch your right elbow to the outside of the left knee. Inhale to lower. 4. Lower down, 3, lower down, 2, lower down, and 1. And lower it down, hug your knees back in towards your chest. Come into a happy baby. Separate the knees out wide, hold around the outer edges of the feet, and gently rock side to side. And as you're here on your back, see if you can extend your right leg out straight, keeping your right foot flexed. Feel that inner groin stretch. Open up through the chest, and we'll switch sides, bending the right knee. Take your left leg all the way out straight, flexing through the foot, straightening out through the leg, feeling that stretch into the inner left groin. Bring the knee back to that bent shape. Take your hands behind the knees as you draw the legs together, rocking forward and back, forward and back. And this time we'll see if we can rock up to a chair pose. So next time you rock up, plant your feet. You might widen your knees, set the weight into your heels, and then squeeze the legs together as you lift the chest. If you need your hands to help you get up here, totally fine. Relax the shoulders. Sit down a little bit lower, and then press into your feet. Rise all the way up to standing. Touch your palms. Exhale, hands to the heart space. Bend your knees. Sweep your arms up, sitting down low. Exhale, fold it forward. Rise up halfway. Exhale, step it back or float it back. Lowering through your vinyasa. Option to just go straight into your downward dog. From here, inhale your right leg up and back and take your right knee to your right shoulder or tricep. You can stay right here. If you want to go a little bit further, flex your right foot and then extend your right leg out towards the right. And then let your right foot come down onto the ground outside of your mat. Keep your heart pulling forward and see if you can wiggle this right foot even higher. And then press into your palms, shift your shoulders forward. Stay here, or maybe drop into a chaturanga. Press it back straight. Can you keep this right leg straight? Lift it off the mat, extend it all the way back, 3-legged downward dog. Stack your hip open and bend your knee. Take a moment, take a breath. Extend your right leg straight and set it down onto your mat. Shift forward to plank. Lower slow. Inhale to press up to your back bend. Exhale, lift your hips up and back into your downward dog. And inhale your left leg up and back. Left knee to the left shoulder or tricep, shifting forward. And again, you can stay right here. Maybe extend your left leg out straight to the left. Flex through the foot. Set the inside edge of your foot down onto the mat and just stabilize a bit. So hands are underneath the shoulders. You can draw your left leg a little bit higher if you can. Keep back leg pressing straight. Again, you can stay here or shift forward, lower down, press it back up. And then can you lift your left leg off the mat, swing it back, 3-legged downward dog. Stack your hip open and bend your knee. Inhale, extend your left leg back, set it down onto the mat, shift forward to your plank position, lower slow, chaturanga. Rise to cobra or upward dog. Tuck your toes, lift your hips all the way up and back into your downward dog. Take a full breath in and a full breath out. Inhale your right leg up and back and just step it all the way through between your palms. Spin your back heel down. We're going to rise up and open up to warrior two. Stretching your chest open towards the left side, taking your arms out and open up to a T. And flip your right palm open. Inhale, reach it back to reverse warrior. And then as you exhale, side angle pose. You can start with your right forearm on top of the thigh, reaching your left arm straight up. Or maybe take your right hand all the way down onto the ground or to a block. Feel your chest spinning open. Maybe you take your gaze up towards your left thumb. Bend your left elbow. Take your fingertips behind your head. And then see if you can turn your gaze up and feel your left side waist wrapping open. Good, keep that. Take your left hand, you can wrap it behind your back for a half bind. Some of you might go for a full bind. And stay with your breath, lengthening the chest forward and keeping your left shoulder rolling back behind you. Extra option to reach your left arm forward alongside the ear. And keep your half bind, reach it back to reverse warrior. Take one more inhale breath, one more exhale breath. Inhale, coming up to warrior two, arms out to a T, straighten your right leg, reach the arms up and overhead, turn all your toes towards the side wall, make your feet parallel, take an inhale breath here, touch your palms, exhale, hinge at the hips, folding in, Prasarita Padottanasana. You can take any version, you can plant your palms, you can pop up to a tripod head stand if that's part of your practice, whatever works for you. Feel the shoulders lifting up and away from the ears. Come up to the fingertips, draw the heart forward. Skandasana towards the back, turn your left toes out. Come down into the squat, so feel a stretch into the inner right groin. You can stay here, you can float the hands up, float your chest forward. If you're really open in the hips and the groin, sit your hips down, point your right toes up, take your hands to the heart space. Long through the spine wherever you are. Whichever version you have, you can keep your fingertips to the ground, but if you're sitting down low, can you open up your arms? If you're floating your chest, can you open up your arms as well? Maybe keep your arms open as we move back through center, folding in. Fingertips down, lift your chest up. Walk and point all your toes forward back to your lunge. Plant your palms down, step it back to plank position. Your choice, Vinyasa or downward dog. Moving through with the breath. Inhale your left leg up and back. And step it all the way through between your palms. Spin your right heel down. We're going to rise up, open it up to warrior two. Just open towards the right side this time. Stretching open up across the chest. Flip your left palm to face up. And reach it back to reverse warrior. Feel expansion through the left side waist. Take one more inhale breath. And then exhale, side angle pose. You can start with your forearm on top of the thigh, reaching your right arm straight up. Or maybe you have a deeper stretch, hand to the ground or to a block. Bend your right elbow. Take your fingertips behind the head. Lean your head back into the hands as you take your gaze up and feel that gaze helping you to turn your chest open. Keep hugging the left hip to the center line of the body. And take your right arm, reach it up and back behind you for a half bind, option for a full bind, your choice. And maybe you go for that extra work to stretch your left arm forward alongside the ear. Chest still remaining open towards the side wall. Keep your half bind, reach it back to reverse warrior. Steady through the legs. Inhale up to warrior two, just floating your arms out towards a T. And straighten your left leg, reach your arms up and overhead. Turn all your toes to point towards the right side, make your feet parallel, hinge at the hips, and fold forward. And steady breath here, melting in. Feel the shoulders lift up and away from the ears. Nice and steady. Bring your fingertips underneath the shoulders as you pull your heart forward. Turn your right toes towards the back. Skandasana towards the back. Again, you can stay here with your chest lifted. Maybe you sit your hips down, bring your hands to the heart. Your version of this stretch, of this balance, option to open your arms out to the sides. And steady breaths wherever you are. Keep length through the spine. Stay with the breath. And then maybe you keep your arms open as you lift your hips and just fold back in. Lift up halfway. Turn all your toes back towards the front, back into your lunge. And plant your palms down. Step it back to plank, Vinyasa, or downward dog. And take a full breath in and a full breath out through the mouth. And walk, step, or float your feet all the way up to your hands, coming up to the top. Rise up halfway. Exhale and fold it back down. And rise all the way up to standing. Sweep your arms up. Touch your palms overhead at the top of the breath. Exhale, hands to the heart space. I'll turn towards you just as we work on this balance. You'll balance on your right foot. Open your left knee out towards the left. Into your version of tree pose, you can set the heel up above the ankle, foot to the calf, or use your hand to bring the foot to the inner thigh. And steady breaths here. And ground it into the right foot. And then take the foot off the ground or off the inside of the leg, and just open your knee out towards the side. Good. From here, take this knee, swing it forward in front of you. And then lean your heart forward and extend your left leg back, opening up through the chest. Good, so you can stay right here. You can always step back to high crescent at any time. Some of you might turn your left toes out towards the left side, and then see if you can kick your left foot out towards the left. Try to keep your chest squared down. Steady breaths. Find your balance. Take your left leg back. Level out the hips. We're going to step it back to high crescent. Reach your arms up towards the sky. Circle your arms wide back behind you. Take your hands down to the mat. Step it back to plank, Vinyasa, or straight back into your downward dog. Walk, step, or float your feet back up to the hands. Rise up halfway. And exhale and fold it back down. And come all the way up to standing, sweeping your arms up, touching your palms overhead at the top of the breath. Exhale, hands to the heart space. We'll balance that tree pose on the opposite side, so now balancing on your left foot. Take your right knee out towards the right. Stand up tall, foot to the ankle, calf, or inner thigh. And just take a moment to feel everything drawing up through the center line of the body, tall spine. And steady breaths, focusing your balance. And take the foot off of the leg or off of the earth. Just bending the knee out to the side, flex through the right foot. Keep standing up tall. Take one more inhale here. And then take your right knee, point it forward. Hips are square. Take one more inhale breath. Exhale, warrior three. Reach back through the heel, flex through the foot, lengthening through the spine. And again, you can stay here. You can step back to crescent at any time. Maybe you try turning your right toes out towards the right side, and then swinging your toes forward, right leg moves out towards the right side. And steady breaths. Reach it back. Point your right toes down and falling. Step all the way back to your crescent pose. Find your balance. One more inhale breath. Circle your arms wide back behind you, hands to the earth. Step it back to plank. Lower slow, chaturanga. Press the earth away. Inhale to lift. And exhale, lift the hips all the way up and back into your downward dog. Take a full breath in and a full breath out. And lower your knees down. Come up onto your knees. We're going to come into gate pose, Parigasana. So from your knees, you can take your hands to the hips for a little support. Take your right leg up to the right. Take your right hand on top of the right leg. Sweep your left arm up towards the sky. And take a side stretch over towards the right side. Take one more inhale breath here. And an exhale. Inhale, coming back up through center. Reach both arms up and overhead. Exhale, hands to the heart space. And switching sides, right knee underneath the hip. Take your left leg out towards the side. Left hand on top of the leg. Inhale, sweep your right arm up and take that stretch up and over, opposite side. Relax the shoulders, lengthen through the side waist. Inhale, coming back up, touch your palms overhead. Exhale, hands to the heart. And bring left knee underneath you. You can sit your hips down, swing your legs out in front of you, extend your legs out straight, and go for a deep forward fold, flexing through the feet. Inhale, reach the arms up towards the sky, hinge at the hips and fold in. Relax your head and neck down. It's fine to have a little bend in the knees. And use your hands to press yourself all the way back up to seated. Bend your knees up, plant your feet. Sit right towards the middle of your mat and then roll down your spine. And stretching that outer right hip. Take your right ankle above your left knee. This might be enough of a stretch, or take it deeper, thread the needle. If you're even more open, flex your left foot and extend it up towards the sky. You can hold around the calf or around the ankle. Keep that gentle pressing of the right knee forward. Keep your right foot flexed and feel your hips level with each other. Breathe into the stretch, relax the shoulders, relax the face. Gently release, plant your feet back down, switching sides, cross your left ankle above the right knee. And take whichever option works for you, staying here, thread the needle, maybe extend your right leg straight, keeping that right foot flexed, and drawing in. And gently release. Plant your feet back down onto the earth. And set up for your final resting pose, Shavasana. You can extend your legs straight. You can bend your knees up. You can bring the bottoms of the feet to touch and open the knees up to the sides. And before our final rest, ground your hands onto the body. You can take one hand onto the heart, one hand onto the belly. And reconnect to how you're feeling. Feel the rate of the breath and the heartbeat. Take a full breath in through the nose, expand through the lungs fully. And sigh out through the mouth, let it go. You can keep your hands grounded gently onto the body. You can adjust your arms out and away from you. Make yourself really comfortable and rested. And feel the eyes relax back. Feel your jaw relax. Shoulders heavy, belly soft, hips heavy. And rest all the way down through the arms, into the fingers, and all the way down through the legs, into the toes. And receive all the benefits of your strong practice today. You're welcome to stay in Shavasana for as long as you'd like. If you're about ready to close up your practice, take a fuller breath in and out. And on your next inhale, just reach your arms all the way back behind you. Find that nice long stretch. And gently bend your knees up, plant your feet onto the earth. Roll over onto your favorite side for a fetal position. Take a full breath in, sigh it out through the mouth, let it go, feel that release. And then use your hands and arms to gently press yourself up to your meditation seat. See if you can still keep your eyes rested closed, hands to the tops of the legs, tall spine. Reconnect to your intention, your reason for your practice today. Thank yourself for practicing self-care and self-love. Bring your palms to touch in front of the heart space. One more full breath in. Through the mouth, let it go. And I thank you so much for sharing your practice with me today. Namaste.